Well, hey there, it's Jen.
And Elke, welcome back to another video on Zazzle. Zazzle is this wonderful platform that we love to talk about. We are Zazzle expansion experts. That's a print-on-demand company for that people that don't know what the heck Zazzle is. It has helped us change our lives. We've made money online passively, and yes, passively without ads, which is what we're going to talk about today, to make a lot of money online, and our clients have done the same. Personally, Jen and I have made over 1.5 million combined, and that might not be a lot if you look at it that way, but that's what Zazzle paid out, and there's very little cost in there because it's so passive. It's not, we don't have to pay for materials, we don't have to pay for ads, we don't have to pay for anything. We just have to pay for our internet, computer, and our time and graphics if we want to buy graphics. So our clients have also done really, really well since we started coaching in 2017, and they have currently made over sort of combined $16.5 million. It's a boggling amount. That's why I'm tripping over it, because it's like, had it not been for our 5 strategies, those numbers wouldn't exist. And because of the 5 strategies, Jen and I wouldn't have been able to do what we do. And so what we want to help you here today is understand that certain perceptions about other print-on-demand companies, like using Etsy and then Printful and Printify, to be able to just, or even like Spoonflower, Redbubble, all of those seem to have a different sort of way of doing business in order to get your listing seen. Okay. And most of them, especially on Etsy, require ads, almost a continuous ad spend, in order for you to get the chance to even have your listing seen. We're going to strike on that. It's like, no, no. And so when people come to the Zazzle platform and they ask, well, what's your ad spend? We're going like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
In fact, Zazzle prohibits us from spending money on ads because we really do, they spend money on ads, so we don't want to be competing with them. They should get the best price on all the ads without competition, so that we can all, as a group of designers on Zazzle, get promoted by Zazzle using ads. And I love that, because then it's a cost that we don't have to incur as individual designers, right?
Yeah, and coming from the day and age of being on social media and everything that you scroll through on Facebook and on Instagram, it's all sponsored ads, and so you might be, that's part of your norm right now on a daily basis. You're seeing ads from other people, and so you as a Zazzle seller might be thinking, if I don't have ads, then I'm actually losing out on potential sales. That might be one of your thoughts. And then also you might be thinking that you need to have ads because, like Elke mentioned, maybe you've come from another platform like Etsy particularly, or Shopify even, where you need to promote your own products because the platform that you're working on, or the fact that you're using Shopify and you've created your own website, that you need to run traffic to your store, because then no one else is going to do it or find your store because the platform just isn't pushing your products to be seen. But the reason why we really love the Zazzle marketplace is because it's so many pros compared to the other cons that other platforms have. But the one biggest one is that Zazzle, like Elke mentioned, does their own marketing, because we have this really great relationship as a Zazzle seller and the Zazzle platform, where Zazzle, the company itself, wants to promote the products that are being posted on their platform because they make the money off of it as well. If you're coming from an Etsy background, you have to pay listing fees for your products, but then you can price point your products at any price you want, and then you get 100% of your sales. On Zazzle, we have this great relationship where we're based on a royalty system. So the Zazzle platform pushes our own products to be marketed internally and also externally, because we're working as this dynamic duo of a relationship for both of us to benefit, right, from our sales. And so if you go on to Google, for example, or any other search engine, and you just type in certain keywords, especially the words wedding invitations, it's a big one. Zazzle has, partnered with like Google Ads and a lot of other third-party marketers. And so you'll see that Zazzle is promoting right up at the top of a Google search. There's been multiple websites that I go on to that has Google Ads related to them. And so all of a sudden I'll see like a Zazzle big banner at the bottom of a blog post. And so Zazzle does a lot of external work that isn't always 100% found out or seen by the Zazzle sellers because we're really not notified by it. But I found out that one of my wedding invitations was being promoted on Google. And so the reason why I was selling a lot of that particular product was because Zazzle had determined to pay for marketing for that one particular product. And Zazzle does a lot of research in the back end to determine which products they want to promote because clearly they are spending money on these ads. And so they want to be promoting a product that makes sense to serve a customer and be attracted or attracting to a customer. And so the beauty of it is that I didn't need to promote at all. And all of a sudden these sales were coming in because one of my products was featured on like literally a Google search. So that's just talking about the external marketing with Zazzle with respect to ads. But then Zazzle also does a lot of internal marketing with their homepage, with all the different landing pages that they have. If you go to search, for example, wedding, graduation, birthdays, they have a really good display of certain products in a really nice fashion so that customers can scroll down and see all of the opportunities available to them in a really neatly laid out way with like a pretty banner, etc., like beautiful marketing. And then Zazzle also has a newsletter, an email newsletter that goes out quite often where they are handpicking products from the Zazzle marketplace and putting them in the emails and promoting them. So there's so many things that Zazzle's doing for the Zazzle designers. And if you're coming from another platform and you're like, oh my goodness, I've been spending so much time and money on ads and also creating social media posts, trying to get viral because I want my products to be seen and I need to promote my own website. This is, a relief for you because you have a lot less responsibility on the Zazzle marketplace. You can definitely promote yourself even further and earn referral income, which we won't really touch into this video here. But so promotion is not 100% necessary for you to make sales on the Zazzle marketplace.
Yeah, especially not ads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But let's go into some details on why it's so lucrative and how it's so easy to actually get your listing seen because you're just going to do the right thing. So you want to go into this?
Sure. So when you're creating each product, you can imagine that you've opened up your account and you've set up your store. Now you're in the process of creating products and posting them for sale. Once you post that product for sale, because we are working on a print on demand online platform, you are literally creating a web page for each one of your listings. Okay. So each unique product has a unique individual URL, which is indexed by the internet, by Google, all the searches. And so each product has its own designated landing page, if that makes sense, where that product can be particularly found based on keywords and search results, because that's the only way that people are able to find your product. No matter what the product looks like, the design that you have on it, or the product choice that you've chosen, you have to have each product that you're posting for sale have proper titles and tags and descriptions associated with it, because each of your products is a URL or a landing page or a web page, whatever you want to call it. The internet indexes them, right? And they search the web page, they search for viable keywords and things that you can use for SEO. And so this is, if you know, kind of coding, like alt text, whenever if
you've done a blog
post. If you've done a blog post before, you're really stuffing in your blog post with particular keywords so that people can search for it and find it. Because we're not on like in the physical space, we're on the internet space, right? And so you have to really work with those keywords. And so this is where the skill sets of, understanding how to properly title tag and describe your product comes in, because this is where people will be able to find your product on the internet.
Mm-hmm. And it's better than anything to do with paying for ads, because not only like when you pay for ads, it's a very finite time, right? You're paying for ads for a little bit. It may not always be there, but this SEO, keywords and the title tags, descriptions are always going to be associated with this URL that's active. And if you've ever sold any of your products that are a URL, they're always going to stay active. Instead, and even if they haven't ever sold, you have like 2.5 years for it to get a sell before it gets hidden by Zazzle. But if you want to, you can unhide it in a minute and just update your your product a little bit with the SEO to get a better chance of selling.
Yeah. And I have a story where Elke and I, we've been on the Zazzle platform since 2008. And clearly at the first couple of years, we were trying to figure out how to post products for sale and what design style we were going through, etc. But then in the next following years, we really made some intentional products and worked really hard on our keywords and our titles and tags and descriptions. And I've made certain products in the years of 2010, 2011, same with Elke, that I still sell to this day in 2025.
I know. I just sold something yesterday that I made in 2010.
Yeah.
No, and I made like $20 off of it.
It's wild. Yeah. So you can have these listings that are there for you, and coming from, let's say, a Shopify or an Etsy standpoint as well, your listings might expire, or you have to currently consistently pay for web hosting and your listing hosting, all of that stuff. Zazzle, we have not paid Zazzle a penny to host our products on their website. And so those listings that are still active and they are intentional, and clearly people are still searching for them using those keywords that we posted in the description of the product when we first made it in 2010, people are still finding them because that URL still exists, and it's not going to go anywhere.
And it's not just on the Zazzle marketplace, because that means that some customer would have to be on Zazzle of whatever country URL, because they have multiple domains in multiple different countries. But if you can also, because it's a web page, as Jen said, it gets indexed. So at some point, your link is actually floating around on Google. And so it comes up in image searches, it comes up in link searches. It's fabulous. And yeah, this is how people find your products, in addition to some other promotion that we do. But let's just stay with the SEO and the automatic things that happen once things get posted is it gets integrated with Google search, right?
Yeah, no, it's very, very powerful. And so we want to just let you know that if you had been thinking about using ads or trying to even like Pinterest ads or Facebook ads, all the things, no matter what, first of all, it's not recommended, and you're not really supposed to send ads to your products. And it's not necessary because Zazzle has two things working for you. Zazzle is externally promoting your products, and also you can really hone in on your skill sets for your titles, tags, and descriptions. This is where a little bit more research comes in, because you have to know what words to associate with your products based on the design and your niche, etc. So we can't really hone in and give you too much detail about that in this video, but just know that it's each product is a web page that you're creating, that it can be searched for by creating these proper titles, tags, and descriptions, because that is ultimately SEO that is being indexed by Zazzle and also Google.
And you do it once, unless it doesn't work. Then you can just go back and edit it.
Yeah. So talking about getting more sales and trying to get your listing seen on the Zazzle platform, we are hosting a really amazing event that will be life-changing and direction-changing for your Zazzle store. It is called the Sold Bootcamp. We are going to be hosting a 2-week intensive where we are going to be walking through helping you build the foundations of your Zazzle store with personalized feedback and giving you the proper, direction on where to go.
Yeah, and so depending on where you're stuck now, or you're an absolute beginner, we're going to give you the next step to get to the next step, and also to be unstuck if you're stuck.
Yeah.
And it starts March 5th, goes until the 19th, 2025. If you're watching this video a year later, sorry. But yeah, if you can, join, sign up. It's the best thing that's going to happen in the next little bit for anybody who's on the Zazzle platform. The last time we did this in November, people just loved it and it was packed. So make sure you get your seat before we reach capacity. And link is in the description, right?
Yeah, the link's in the description. March 5th to the 19th. If you sign up early, you get access to 2 bonus pre-trainings on March 3rd and March 4th. And it's going to be an amazing time. You're going to have clarity and confidence after going through it, the Sold Bootcamp, with a complete direction of where you want to go with your Zazzle store, and knowing that you get the personalized feedback from myself and Elke to say, hey, you're on the right track, or hey, try this way, or hey, do this something differently. It will make you feel a lot more confident about what your decisions are going forward. So make sure you join us. We can't wait to see you March 5th to the 19th, 2025. The link is in the description of this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you there.
Keep on selling.